Of course, you're not going to be able to progressively overload if you've already plateaued, because if you haven't built the strength required to increase the weight on the bar, you're not going to be able to. I'm going to show you what to do once you get to this point, but what you have to understand is that every exercise has a life cycle, and your ability to progress is dependent on how far along in that life cycle you are. Whenever you start a new exercise, you develop skill very quickly, and progressive overload is easy, because you're adapting rapidly, and your body is very sensitive to the new stimulus that the exercise provides. But that does not mean that you should just switch exercises every couple of weeks, because the majority of your progression here is just skill acquisition, and developing better technique on the exercise rather than actual muscle growth. Once you reach the point where you're not increasing the weight on the bar anymore and your reps aren't going up, the stimulus you're applying stops going up as well, and you have reached the end of the life cycle. You'll know this if you've spent more than 2 weeks with no progression. What you then do is just look at the corresponding movement pattern for that exercise, and then rotate to the next variation to restart that process.